The sad story of a widow losing half of her wealth because of a bad decision. Hi, I'm attorney Paul Bernstein, and in today's video, I'm going to relate a story that happens all too frequently and a simple solution to make sure this doesn't happen to you. A particular widow, sometime after losing her husband, finds someone else and ends up remarrying. Now, that might sound like something that wouldn't happen with you, but a significant percentage of widowers and widows actually remarry. And the concern always is if it ends up being a bad decision and some years later ends up in divorce, that widow or widower could lose half of what they have in that divorce. Simple solution is getting a prenup. What's not simple is asking for that prenup. You know, think about it. You're saying, I love you, I can't wait to get married, but just in case this doesn't work out, my lawyer wants me to give you this stack of papers to bring to your lawyer. A lot of people have a hard time with that conversation because right off the bat, it's questioning the trust and the love. Well, with good estate planning, we can incorporate within the first spouse's trust a provision that requires a prenuptial agreement be signed if the surviving spouse ends up remarrying. And if they don't sign the prenup, they'll be cut out of the inheritance left by the first spouse to die. Why is this important? Well, it's not to prevent that surviving spouse from remarrying, but it's actually to allow the prenup conversation to happen, but not make it a personal one. So instead of the earlier conversation I mentioned, which was one that might question the trust or the relationship itself, this conversation would be very different. It's, honey, I love you, I can't wait till we get married, but I have to talk to you about something that I don't even want to talk to you about. But if we don't talk about it, I'm cut out of half of what I have because that inheritance will be gone because of provisions my spouse put in his trust or her trust. So we have to have this conversation. I'm not worried about it, but if we don't do it, an independent trigger happens, and I can't allow that to happen. So it takes it from a personal conversation to one of an independent trigger would occur, and you have no control over that. And it allows the prenup to happen and therefore protects the surviving spouse from a bad decision. I hope you found this information helpful. If you have any other questions or you're just not sure what to do, feel free to reach out. Thank you.